Hello everyone, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I hope this video reaches you in a good place. But if you are like me, struggling, a struggle in progress, don't feel alone. You're definitely not alone. So I just wanted to come on here today and just kind of explain better what my purpose and intention is. I've definitely been going through a lot and dealing with a lot of things, and I think it's very important to always be honest. I always say that on my channel, like, that's why I'm here. There's a lot of other platforms that I've tried to express myself on, and it just doesn't go well, whether it's Facebook and expressing yourself to all your family and friends who, of course, take things wrong, take things personally, take it as an opportunity to tell you what they think that you should be doing with your life, etc. And so I just haven't really found any platforms where I receive positivity. And so far, I've only received a couple emails. And so I really, really appreciate that. I've been working really hard as far as, on my own mental health. Trying to, figure out how to take care of myself financially while dealing with this all. So it's just really been hard, but I just wanted to clarify a few things. I do want to make another video that would, I guess, go here. This is literally the first video that I ever made. And of course, I made the YouTube channel before I created the Give Send Go. But, it's the first video I ever made. And it was just, all about like speaking up and not being afraid. And, just trying to understand literally what it says. Why doesn't no mean no? And me just kind of drill that message, not just into the viewers or the listeners, just even for myself. Because I got a lot of negative feedback, especially from males about, why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that? And at the end of the day, when you put yourself in a situation where you're vulnerable and you feel like you could trust, etc., it is always an opportunity to be taken advantage of. So, I really want to go from being a victim or feeling like a victim all my life throughout these different things to being a true advocate. I really want to be there for the people just like me who are going through it, who are lost, who are confused, who are emotional, and feel like they don't have anywhere to go or anywhere to reach out to actually help them. So yeah, I just want to, really focus on what's my intention here. Education, understanding, but ultimately to, be able to have enough money to start my own nonprofit or to work with somebody who is already, kind of going down that path that maybe just needs a partner in crime and, and trying to share this message. Because at the end of the day, it takes a village to raise a child, and it definitely takes a village to make a difference, I feel like. So that's really what my goal is. I mean, there's so many other goals that are just appearing out of my journey. Trying to find a psychologist for my stepson who is 13. It has been really, really hard when it seems like mental illness is not being taken seriously. and isn't being provided for. I mean, it's just like the issue that we have with teachers. It's hard to find a good teacher. It's hard to, really decide that I'm going to up and move my entire family to a different city or a different county or even a different state to get the type of education or medical help and assistance that is necessary. And a lot of people who are dealing with serious medical issues actually do that. Like, I did some reading, and I was just so surprised to find out. And I mean, I understand if that state is going to give you health care, but the state you live in won't. I completely understand if that, county, or they have a hospital that has a program where they're willing to help you out, pro bono, whatever the case is. Like, I understand you need to be moved to what's best for you and your family, and, practically that's just not realistic. Financially, obviously, finances plays a major part in that. So, just there's a lot of new feelings and new emotions and new problems that I'm discovering that I want to fix, but I don't want to get away from my real initial intention, because what I'm learning is there are so many foundations that are needed and necessary. There are so many there's so many cries for help. There's so many things that have been neglected and ignored, and it is not being helped. I mean, it's not being noticed. They're not receiving assistance. And so I think it's very unfortunate, but, again, my primary concern is, and if you go through my videos from the top, all the way from the top, my primary concerns has always been, if you, or primary interest, if you have been assaulted or raped or any of those things, and you reach out to your city or your county for help, mine in particular, they do not offer you home relocation if you are living somewhere where you're not in danger. And so in my situation, I was violated by a doctor, or a nurse, actually. And so I don't live with the nurse. So they didn't feel like my home life was a dangerous situation. But, part of my home life is with an elderly person who has a lot of younger people around who are taking advantage of the situation. And so that creates all types of triggers. And then, the other home life that I have is, with my spouse and his child. And, it's really hard to give someone, especially a child, 100% of yourself when you don't even feel 100%, when you feel broken, when you feel lost, when you feel confused. So I really feel like during the most instrumental time of my recovery, I should say, I guess every day after the incident should be recovery. The first 2 or 3 weeks, I literally had a falling out with everyone who loves me. Except for my mom, but it was more of a personal falling out with her. But literally, every relationship that I expected to be there and be supportive for me, and end up causing more of an issue, me going to them, me needing help from them, not asking, but like needing, like almost demanding, like, you have to help me because I cannot help myself. My mind is not where it was. My heart is not where it was. I cannot be the strong person that I was before. And so during this time, I think it would have been really helpful if I had a place to go, a safe place to go. And that is what I want to offer. That is what I want to create. I am here asking for $10,000, not just off the strength of sympathy. No, because I want to make a difference. I want to be able to hire a program director and, say, here, I have this amount of money. What do we have to do? What contracts do we have to sign? What location do we have to find? What do we have to do to be able to make a difference in my community? And then after we create that one location in my community, now how can we copy and paste this to, let's say the top places in the United States where there are victims who are afraid to speak up. How do we copy and paste this and help people all over the country and then all over the world? Like, I want to create, and I want to offer something that I just couldn't find. I just couldn't find. And so I just really think the first 2 weeks of recovery are extremely important. I think the people in your life are very important. Getting them therapy, getting them help that they need so they can understand how to be better supportive and how to deal with, how to treat the victims in their life. I think all this is really important. So, over the next week, I'm going to be working on a new Give, Send, Go video that I'm going to put right here. But I would really appreciate it. It really would mean the world to me, even if you're not donating a penny, if you could share this video, and not just the video that you're watching now, but my No Means No video, my first video that I ever, recorded and put on here. And, I really just want to know, why doesn't no mean no in this society and that we live in? Why isn't it being taken seriously? What do we have to do to make a difference? And I'm reaching out to you and I'm asking you for help. So please, if there's anyone with any type of skill set, if you're willing to donate your time and volunteer to help me out, I would really appreciate it. At the end of the day, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing this off the strength of my faith and my pain and my love, for the world. So I love you all. I hope you don't feel alone. You're not alone no matter what. Shoot me an email, shoot me a message. My email is nopleaseno2019@gmail.com. You aren't alone. And I know it feels like that, and I know it's hard, and even if you're being the priority, the primary structure and support system in the life of somebody who's been a victim, I know you're going through it too, because I know it's not easy. So I love you and I appreciate you all. Thank you for your time.